Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to do something just a little different than what I normally do. If you've been with me for a while, you know that I normally keep politics and business and all of that separate. But today I want to talk about the elections, but not in the typical way that I think that most people are approaching it. I want to talk about the feelings and the emotions that are going on and how we're focusing our energy. I know that a lot of people are taking today as a day of like sadness, right? And a time of reflection. And that's okay. Be sad, feel the emotions, reflect. But then I want you to refocus your energy. And I know that right now that's definitely easier said than done. But let's look at this entire situation in a different way, in a different light. Because right now I think a lot of people are they have heavy hearts, heavy emotions, and there are a lot of I think there's a lot of separation in the United States right now. I think there's been a lot of separation in the United States for a while now. And I don't know I don't know what's going to happen beyond today or what's going to happen in the next 4 years, but I think that we should take a different approach as a whole. I notice a lot of people talking about how this election has ruined relationships, friendships, it has made a divide in families. And I think that's very telling about where our country is right now and where our energy is right now. And I think it's also very telling on how we as a whole and how we as individuals focus. And I think that this is a good time to really focus in on and pay attention, or I shouldn't say focus in, pay attention to where you focus. Pay attention to where you put energy. Because are you going to take this time to be sad about the results or to be sad about what's happening or to worry or stress? Or do you choose to take this time to make a difference? And what I mean by that is, okay, things didn't go the way that a lot of people expected. I think a lot of people expected this to go a different way. And I think that there is a lot of, I don't know, maybe a bit of mistrust and I think there's a lot of heaviness. And I think that this will be a really great time, instead of focusing on that heaviness, focusing on the mistrust, focusing on the separation, that we take this time to do some good. And what I mean by that is, okay, this is where we are now. So what do we do moving forward? Do we continue to focus on this? Do we continue to focus on the negative aspects? Do we woe is me this whole time, or do we make a difference? And this is going to sound probably like the craziest thing ever. And this is probably the craziest challenge that I have given you. And I'm going to do it for myself as well. Instead of focusing on all of the what ifs, focusing on the, oh my God, I can't believe this happened, take the next starting now, but definitely take the next 4 years to make a difference. How can you make a difference in the world? How can you bring about positive change? How can you use your platform, your skills, your energy, your vibration, your words, your power, your strength to make a difference? So I know that right now, this is probably not what you want to hear. This probably just sounds like a bunch of toxic positivity. But later on, when you're feeling in a little bit, when your spirits are a little bit higher, you're feeling a little better, come back to this. Come back to this and watch it again and think about that. And I want you to make a list. What are things that you want to see change? And how can you do that? What are some steps that you can take? What are some things that you can go about making that happen? And if the things that you want to change are not things that you can change, what can you do to make a difference in your local community, in your neighborhood, in your city, in your state, in your country? Take a moment to really think about, how can I make a difference? And start doing that. Start implementing it. Start taking actionable steps. And if there aren't things that you can do now, start planning for 2025. Start small. Like, I'm not saying start tomorrow, become a super advocate, become a super activist. I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying become an activist. What I'm saying is start doing things to make a difference in your world and start making a change. Because when you start making a change, you start doing things that matter to you, it's easier for you to help make a difference on a wider scale. Because if you're out making a difference, if you're out connecting with people, if you're out making a change, you can shift the vibration, right? Like, I know we talk about it all the time, and I know a lot of people don't believe in that, and that's okay. Feel free to unfollow me. Feel free to reach out to me, ask me questions. Feel free to say whatever. I'm sure that this video is going to get a lot of negative feedback, and I'm sure it's going to cause a lot of people to unfollow me, because I think sometimes people listen to my message or listen to other people's message, but they don't really hear the message. And I think today is a good day for people to hear the message, to listen to what the people they follow are saying, to listen to the people that they look up to are saying, and to really listen to what they're saying and the actions that they are making. So I'm saying challenge accepted, but my challenge to you is starting today, start making a plan. I'm not saying start today and take actionable steps, but start planning today. The next 4 years, instead of being sad about the way things turned out, instead of feeling heavy, instead of feeling disappointed, make a difference. Plan things that make a difference. Take actionable steps that make a difference. Make a difference in your community. Do the things that you want to see done. Reach out to people, connect to people, network. Do self-work, spiritual work on yourself, self-work just in general of healing. Because I think that this outcome, not just the outcome of the election, but the outcome in general, how people treat each other, how people have been reacting during this time, how people are interacting during this time, shows that the US in general there's a lot of healing that still needs to be done. There are a lot of generational trauma that we're still carrying here in the US. And not the election itself, not the outcome of the election, but the actions, the words, the things that people did, the things that people have said, the things that people are still doing and saying, no matter what side they're on, whether they're Democrat, Republican, Independent. I think people's actions and words have shown us so much that we need to do, so much work that needs to be done in the world. And so I'm saying, on a personal level, challenge accepted. I vow that from this day forth, I am going to plan and start taking actionable steps to make a difference, and to do things that matter to me, and do things that I think will help change the world for the better, independently of the election and the outcome. I want to do things that make a difference in the world, and I want to connect with people who make a difference in the world. And I hope that you do that as well, because it is healing on a personal level, but it is also healing for your community, for the world, and it raises the vibration and frequency, which is really what we're talking about here, right? We need to uplift each other. And right now, we're still in this beat each other down. So I don't care what side you're on. This is a challenge for you, no matter what side you're on, no matter who you voted for, no matter who you follow. Do something that makes a difference. Don't follow people blindly. Don't just be a follower. Don't just be a follower just going with the flow. Think for yourself, make decisions for yourself. And remember, you don't have to believe everything that someone says or everything that someone believes in order to believe in them as a person, or in order to believe in a cause. You can believe in a cause and not necessarily believe in an individual. But if you guys are both doing the same cause for the same reason, or for a good reason, then go with that cause and then separate yourself from them. Remember that the bigger picture is lifting others up and lifting up the world and making a difference. So I'm going to start pushing this for the rest of the year. And I think I'm going to push this for the next 4 years. Challenge is, and I'm going to put it down on everywhere and name it as the challenge. This is going to be the uplift challenge. We are going to uplift and make a difference challenge, or make a difference challenge. I haven't decided what I'm going to officially refer to it as, so that you guys all know what we're talking about. But this is my challenge to you. My challenge to you is make a difference. Start becoming an advocate. Start becoming a change maker. Make a difference in the world. Make a difference in your community. Make a difference in your neighborhood. Make a difference in someone else's life, and make a difference in your own life. So I know right now this is probably not what you want to hear, but this is what you have today. So until next time, try to keep your energy high, your spirit bright, and your soul nourished. Until next time, I'll see you later.